So now we have concluded behavior management. We're going to move into time management. So this section is not quite as intensive as the one before, but it's going to cover a lot of information about your timing inside the classroom, inside your slides themselves, all the way to what you're going to have to do outside of the classroom, mainly your feedback management, and how to make sure that you're doing that on time, but also not spending too much time on your own personal watch. So let's take a look at the first page, which is time management basics. So very easy, 40 minutes a class. Most importantly, you have to reach all your learning objectives in the given time, which is why this is highlighted in red. You have to make sure you start on time and don't end early. This is very, very important. So Pierre has a wonderful example to describe such a situation. Let's say you go to Star Wars and you're very excited. You've paid for like 4D tickets. You're sitting in those fancy seats with like the air jets and stuff. You have your $20 popcorn and you sit down and they cut off the beginning and the end of the movie. You would feel ripped off. And that is exactly how these parents feel as well. So make sure that you are starting when it's supposed to start, not when you feel like it, and you don't end early. And if you happen to start a little bit late, then adjust your class to finish a little bit late too. I always like to end a minimum of about 40 minutes and 10 seconds each class, just in case there's anything with the timing that it's not registered on one end or the other, and to make sure you're not registered as being under time with your class. Just give it an extra 10 seconds. Adapt to the student level. We're going to talk about this in a couple of different slides and how you can do that, but always make sure that if with the behavior students we were talking about before, you are adjusting if they're low level, adjusting if they're high level, adjusting if they're bored, whatever it might be, you need to consider the student level if you're going to finish that 40-minute in that 40-minute time span. And finally, extend class if technical issues occur, just if minor technical issues occur. This is very important to note. You will not be extending class for 10 minutes if a class had 10 minutes of problems. This is just if you spent the first minute of class being like, check, can you hear me? No? Oh no, I can't hear you. I can't see you. Helen Keller right now. You are going to want to make sure that you are giving them approximately as much time as you would have in a normal class. So just extend it for like a minute. A maximum of 3 minutes if anything happens, but that's really the maximum, and that's just if usually an admin asks you to extend up to 3 minutes. Otherwise, use your discretion, and if anything else happens, you should already know this by now, but customer service, it does all the rescheduling, so you will not have to worry about that. It's not your problem. Makes it easier for you, so don't promise any extra classes.